Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, another quick combo call. Uh, let's see here. Before I get to that, I was at work on Monday. Well, anybody's been watching these videos for the last like 3 or 4 weeks now. I've got this weird dry cough that just won't go away. And on Monday, I was talking to somebody at work, and they're like, "Look, why don't you just go to the doctor? You need to go to the doctor. Just go to the doctor." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, blah, 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 blah." But like after an hour and a half or so, I I left work. I was like, "Hey, you know what? I thought I was fine. Maybe I'm not fine." So I left, and I did end up going to the doctor. They made me wear a mask and everything. And, I was telling them about, the dry cough and some of these other symptoms I got. And the doctor basically said something like, yeah, you know what, I thought you had some kind of lung infection. And, but it's probably not that. But here, take, X, Y, and Z. And then after a week, we'll see what happens, and if it's not better, we'll try something else or whatever. So I guess that's where I'm at now. Hopefully, like I said, things will get better, and I can go back to doing like more in-depth reviews and stuff like that. So, but hey, at least it's not the corona, knock on wood, right? Okay, what else is going on? Not a whole lot of like comic book news off the top of my head. I'm sure something's going on, but real life has been so crazy and whatnot. I think I've probably missed a couple of things. There is a there's a Katie Keene TV series, right? I had no idea. I just happened to see an ad for it on like a bus or something, and I just have the vaguest awareness that Katie Keene was like this kind of Archie comic or Archie spinoff comic or something. So I guess the TV show is like a spinoff of the Riverdale show or whatever. So it it kind of made me want to like check out some old Katie Keene comics for the hell of it. But for my memory, I think it's just it's kind of more on the fashion end and paper dolls and stuff like that. If that makes sense, I don't know if anybody knows or was a little bit more aware of Katie Keene, but that's what I think Katie Keene was about. Um, I saw the most recent Black Widow trailer, and it looked pretty good. That trailer made me want to see the movie more than the previous two trailers. So okay. All right, so let's see here. What else is going on? Oh, this Archie, I think I mentioned it in the last video. This is put out by some Christian organization, but it's not the comic I thought it was. This one has these kind of like cautionary tales about it, and it's people doing bad things, drinking and drugging and stuff like that, or feeling vain. And of course bad things happen to the bad people, and the people who are like kind of depressed or are not depressed once Archie or somebody tells them, hey, turn to Jesus or whatever. Which is fine. I'm not arguing against that or making fun of it or anything like that. It's just that this isn't the one I thought it was. There's another Christian Archie comic book out there where the story is basically Archie and a gang pontificating about how godless everyone is. And at the end of the story, there's an art mistake that makes it look like Archie is high, even though I know that's not that was the original point or whatever. But okay, I'll have to find that comic as well. So let's see here. So let's just look at some of the comics I got today. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Bitterroot #6. Decorum #1. This is the newest thing from Jonathan Hickman. And who's the artist? Huddleston? The artist is Mike Huddleston. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we'll see what that's all about. Moonshine #17. Red Mother #3. Stealth #1. Hawkeye #4. Guest starring Daredevil. Gwen Stacy #2. Another Adam Hughes cover. Punisher #5. I know I've mentioned before, I've really been enjoying this comic. It's kind of interesting how it doesn't get a lot more attention these days, but that's fine. Mary Jane, number 5. X-Men number, that's another thing, just to go back to the whole Katie Keene thing. I know I've mentioned it before. Marvel's missing out by not doing, well, they're doing these comics, so, but they're missing out also by not doing like Millie the Model, bringing that back as a comic, or better yet, bringing it back as a live action thing. I think if they thought, excuse me, brought it back as a live action TV show and marketed it to that same audience that's into like, you know, the WB and all that type of stuff, all the people who are watching the OC and Gossip Girls and all that type of thing, and the new Riverdale show, I think they could clean up. I think there's a market out there that I think Marvel's just ignoring with their other sort of genre things. I think they could really make it work, you know. So yeah, they should bring back Millie the Model, they should bring back their Western people, and they should bring back all their supernatural horror guys. I mean, and sell them as live action things. You know, they can't sell them to the same. Well, they probably could. They probably shouldn't necessarily try to sell them the same way they sell all these Marvel superhero movies. But I just think it's an untapped audience there. All right, X-Men number 8, and then marked number 3. Or no, not number 3. Number 5. What am I talking about? Number 3. Oh, that's a cool back cover. This back cover should have been the front cover. You know what this looks like? This looks like some old Mark Silvestri stuff. This looks like something that could have been on whatever. What was it called? The Darkness or Witchblade. That's what this cover looks like. It looks like Witchblade or something. Okay, then. All right. Okay, so then that is it. I got to thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate everybody who's hanging in there with me. You guys have a great day.